Hi everyone, it's Simon here from High Playing Games. Hope you're having a great day. This is Metropolis Lux Obscura, get that right, which is a comic book with alternate story paths made into a match 3 game. So in between your match 3 levels, you'll have very short comic book cutscenes, as you're seeing on the screen here. They're voice acted. They have choices which do give you up to 4 different endings by the end of it. The endings are vastly different. They're all pretty depressing, to be fair. But at least your choices and what you have in your possession at the time when you're picking up items in those scenes actually make a difference. So it does give you some replayability, and each story takes anywhere from 15 minutes to about 45. Now, the match 3 game itself works very similar to Puzzle Quest, but in a very minute environment because the game is so short. So you have different icons to match up depending on the abilities that you have. So some may be like to throw acid at someone, some may be to punch someone, some may be to kick. And what you'll do is that if at the end of each level when you win, you get the option to upgrade one of those items or to buff yourself essentially, and that could be that you take less damage, or that you can stop the police coming in to give you damage, because there's police icons in here that if you get 3 or more together, they're the skulls by the way, they will essentially give you HP damage as well. Now, the AI don't take turns every turn. They only unleash attacks every like 1, 2, 3 or 4 depending on the battle that you're playing. And that means that you can kind of chain stuff together wherever possible, and that works out really nicely. The difficulty actually really depends on the power-ups that you give, and this is kind of like the crux of being a short game, is also its Achilles heel, because you choose a couple of upgrades and then sometimes you can get into almost like unwinnable situations with the AI where they're so strong and they'll attack you time after time. And if you've been given these random power-ups, and there's like 15 of them and they all have 4 levels, you only ever get to have about 6 or 7 during the entire course of the run of the game. So you're kind of stuck there thinking, well, actually, how much does this really make a difference? You're trying to basically improve the same power-up over and over again to get it to a sturdy level so that it actually does make a difference, and then you're relying on trying to match those icons. The story map that you just saw there is where you get to choose what's coming next in terms of your location and therefore your branching story path. So yeah, it's a really interesting concept of a game. I think actually its brevity is its problem, because you can't build stuff up and then you can't carry things over. So say if you've done one playthrough and then you may want to do a separate one and go for a much longer, a different path, you're starting again from scratch, and then you're thinking, well, I've worked for that progress and it was all a bit pointless because now I'm back to the beginning again. And where it is really luck of the draw, sometimes I feel like the game is too luck based for its own good, especially later on when you're in the final couple of battles you'll have multiple enemies back to back, and if you aren't getting the stuff that you've actually invested your power-ups in, you're doomed essentially. But I'm not saying the game is hard, it's actually very, very easy. It's a very quick platinum trophy if that's something that you're into for trophy hunters. But it's a shame because actually the aesthetics works really well. The cutscenes are cheesy to the point of being cringe-worthily poor, and therefore like cultish. And yeah, that's your lot. Thank you very much for watching. You guys all take care. And I hope this might pique someone's interest because it's a decent enough game. I think it just needed to be longer and have more of it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.